Are you tired of the look of your truck? Maybe it's in need of a little makeover. I'm going to show you how to clean it up and look way better for under $50. So once in a while a guy gets bored and looks at his truck and says, wow, I can make that look way better. I'm going to show you today the steps I took to make this old, dull, chipped, flaked, out-of-date grill look brand new, and all this for under $50. For today's project, I'm going to color match the grill cross and change the mesh inserts. Now I'd like to remind you, you can do these same steps to just about any grill imaginable. With any project, your first step is to head to your local hardware store and gather the supplies you need. I grabbed myself some color match spray paint, primer, 80 grit sandpaper, JB Weld, and some wire mesh of my liking for my inserts. Grab your grill and sand your heart out, especially if your grill's chrome like mine. You really need to scuff it up good to allow your primer to bond properly. I'm using 80 grit. Sand until you are satisfied. Once you're content with your sanding of your grill, be sure to give it a good clean, using some light water and a rag. Remove all excess dust and dry thoroughly before you begin to prime. I'm using 3 coats of primer, allowing half an hour between each coat. Figure out the color you'd like to use. As mentioned, I wanted to color match the body. And continue on. I'm using another 3 coats of paint, followed by 5 coats of clear coat. In between each coat, I'm slowly creeping in on my grill inserts. I started with 1 big piece, then made it 2 smaller pieces, and finished with 4 slightly oversized rectangles, 1 for each opening. I then pre-painted each piece as well. Here's a quick clip of the grill, all finished and painted. I decided to leave the badging chrome, and I think it really pops. The next step is probably the most difficult of the process, and it really takes some patience and accuracy. With the grill face down, it's time to measure out and fine tweak the grill inserts. Because each opening is a little different, I figured the best way to approach this was to overlap, trace, trim, and repeat. I'm leaving about a ½ inch to an inch overlap to allow the mesh to wrap around the corners. Ensure to be very careful around certain clips and notches, otherwise you could have gaps showing, and we obviously don't want that. Once satisfied with my cutouts, I held them in place using zap straps, using paper towel in between the strap and the grill to ensure I don't scratch the new paint job. Once all the mesh is secure in the location I prefer, it's time to mix up the JB Weld and go to town. Yes, I know it looks like I didn't mix the JB, but I assure you, I was using 2 different products. The other product didn't help worth a junk. Allow the JB to harden for a day, remount the grill, and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like or subscribe.